Greetings, 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 one and all. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today is Saturday, August 5th, and we welcome you once again to the Seti Saturdays. Seti Saturdays, where we talk about the important factors of life, and we intertwine all of this, of course, centering around economics and financial wherewithal. But we also are talking about the spiritual implications of all of this. We're talking about how economics is affecting us around the world, how it affects us in our individual homes, how it affects our businesses, wherever we happen to be on the planet, and you are listening to my voice, whether it be here in the United States where I happen to be at the moment, or whether you are on the continent of Africa, whether you are in somewhere in Central America, it doesn't matter. The things we talk about and the work we do at Seti Inc. Has an impact upon your very lives and the lives of your family. I am Brother Kamos Muhammad for Seti Inc. And again, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Just want to get some house cleaning out the way. Be advised that as of next week, we will be moving our YouTube to our YouTube station. That's Seti Inc. on YouTube. Seti Inc. on YouTube. We'll be broadcasting live from that particular YouTube channel starting next week. So please just make the correction so that you can stay in tune with us in terms of these live broadcasts. Now, for those who may be coming in for the first time, or those who may have heard some portions of our previous broadcasts, just so everyone understands, we at Seti Inc., we are a management consulting company. We help individuals and businesses to grow, expand, to problem solve, to advance themselves in new directions for thriving. Right. So we help businesses to thrive. We do this in a number of manners, but we use and we talk about our four pillars. Our four pillars, and that would be management consulting, which is in and around, let's call it strategic planning, right? So in order to achieve particular goals, whether it be for your person, your family, your business, you have to have strategic planning. You have to look at what is and where you want to be, and then create a roadmap to get there. Number two, wealth creation and financial development. Now, these two things, are common, but depending upon where you might personally happen to be, or your business might personally happen to be, would determine, of course, the road or direction that you might choose, and to enable you to continue to grow, to continue to flourish. That's what we do. That's what we've helped our clients to do. That's what we are helping our clients to do, and we're doing it across the board. Next week, we're going to talk in particular a little bit about tax management. Tax management. We've helped a number of clients to better position their tax liability standpoint, to reduce their taxes. But we're going to get into more detail about that. Next, we talk about wealth management, being the third pillar of Seti Inc., third primary pillar, if you will. And this deals, of course, with what do we do when we have finances, or we're getting income, we're getting earnings. How do we grow these things? How do we transform from earnings to wealth, right? So wealth management. And then lastly, the fourth pillar, wealth security. Now, we'll be discussing along the way as we do these broadcasts on Seti Saturday. And by the way, you can also pick us up on Instagram at Seti.inc, Seti.inc on Instagram. That broadcast actually is going to take place at 3 p.m. It is sort of a recap of this one, but we might get into a little bit of other things there as well. So be sure to follow us there as well at Seti.inc on Instagram. Once again, we are moving our YouTube station for this live broadcast on Saturdays to Seti at YouTube, or Seti on YouTube. Now, a number of you here and our clients and others, as we have gone out and we do presentations in a number of spots, began to ask us questions. So Today, I want to share some of the questions that have been asked by viewers, questions that have been asked by clients, questions that people just kind of want to know. You're inquisitive, and that's great. In fact, you can put something in the chat here if you happen to be watching right now. You can put something in the chat, and we'll even try to answer that question directly while we're broadcasting live. And you can do that on any particular occasion. We want to take questions from you. We want to give you answers. We believe that the information we're sharing is critical to how we will be living our lives in the very near future. The advent of technology, economics, and so forth, not only as it is occurring here in the US, but as it is occurring throughout the earth, is going to have an impact on each and every single one of us, regardless of our particular situation. Let me repeat that. The global economic implications and the movements that we are seeing today will, not maybe, will have an impact on each and every one of us, regardless of our particular situation. And so I want to answer some questions, and you all should know that we deal. One of the things that we deal with when we talk about wealth creation, and there are many things, but one of the big things we talk about is decentralized finance. Decentralized finance, the technology backed or decentralized finance backed with the technology of blockchain, the game changing technology of blockchain. Now, I'm just going to bring up some of the questions that we've been getting, and these may be questions that you had in your mind, questions that you wanted answered. So hopefully they are, and we begin to get these questions answered. And if you're looking at my screen now, we're going to do this Seti Saturday question and answer time. And we're going to answer some of these questions now as to what some of our viewers have been, viewers and clients and etc. have been asking us. Just to let you know, we at Seti, we are professionals. We're not just individuals who are here on a broadcast, giving you information and talking to you in that sense. We are certified as crypto experts. We're certified in blockchain. We're certified as stock trading professionals. We are certified management consultants. So we provide professional services for our clients, and we help you to overcome the challenges you may be having, both in your individual family lives, in individual economic circumstances, as well as business. So here's a question that was given. Why has cryptocurrency become more popular over the last few years? That's a great question. Cryptocurrency itself is moving, or let's say this technology upon which cryptocurrency is based is moving at a light speed. At light speed. Now, in fact, when we think about cryptocurrency, um, often we can really just start with Bitcoin, which is known as BTC, because it is the grandparent of all the others, right? It is the foremost decentralized coin, meaning that it has no center of control. There is no government, there is no entity, there's no private faction, if you will, that controls it. It is and was created and originated for the people, for us to have power, to have wherewithal, and to be able to grow wealth. What some people don't know is that Bitcoin will be having a halving, meaning that the amount of Bitcoin being produced or mined is going to be reduced. Now, Bitcoin has a level 21 million coins, basically. And once it produces, or 21 million coins is produced, there will be no more production of Bitcoin. This will cause a natural supply and demand phenomena because you won't be able to get it as easily, right? And so what has happened, though, with the evolution of Bitcoin itself is that people have begun to understand it as a utility that can be utilized for various things is simply as purchasing power, but also as a store of wealth. As a store of wealth. It itself is now being compared to things like commodities like gold and silver as stores of wealth. And for those who might not understand why we need stores of wealth, we need places that we can park our money in that will have more resilience, right? This goes into sort of some of the wealth security things here we talk about, but this will give our money more resilience against the effects of worldwide implications such as inflation or anything else that might happen that tends to have a negative effect on our money. So we just went through a major inflationary period here in the US where inflation got up to somewhere in the neighborhood of between 7 and 9%. It's still hovering in this general range. And we've seen the effects of this, like rising prices, for example. If your money is not parked in a place or not hedged in a way that makes it resilient against these economic factors that can actually destroy the value or the worth of our savings, if you will, then these funds are destroyed. And so cryptocurrencies have now become one of the ways that people can begin to hedge against some of the dynamics that are taking place in economic factors. This is one of the reasons that they've become so popular. The other major reason, and maybe it's the foremost reason actually, is again, cryptocurrencies, many of them, not all, but many of them give us the opportunity of actual power and control of our money and resources. It doesn't matter if you are a person who makes $50,000 a year or you're a person that has $1 million a year. If you don't have ultimate control over your money, you're simply powerless. If your money is sitting in a bank and you're a person that has income of $1 million a year, and FDIC doesn't cover you over $250,000, so your money is at risk in any bank, for example. And so these cryptocurrencies give us the power of ultimate control once we understand them, once we know how to utilize them. And this is what we teach our clients, how to utilize these fundamental things for their protection, for their wealth growth, for their wealth management, for their wealth security, and for continued wealth creation. Let me get to the next question here. Hopefully that answered that question for the person that asked it. And we want to move right on to the next one. We might not get all of these answered today. We'll do our very best in this broadcast. Does crypto trading make more money than stock market trading? And if so, why? Very good question again. Very good question. Many people want to understand more about utilization of cryptocurrencies, the utilization of DeFi. And DeFi is a multitude of things. I want to stress that here. Won't go into the fullness of that at the moment, but just understand that there are a lot of things we can do. In the same way that in the centralized world, if you will, we can invest in stocks, we can invest in bonds, we can invest in commodities, we can invest in mutual funds. There are a lot of different instruments that we can invest in. There are a lot of different ways that we can diversify our portfolios to ensure that we're safe. There's some safety there, if you will. Um, and let me say there's always risk regardless of the instruments that we use. There's always potential risk in any financial undertaking. There's whether it just be owning a business, right? There's always going to be some risk. But this question, as it pertains to does crypto trading make more money than the stock market trading? The answer is, I would say, generally yes. Now, there's a couple of reasons for that. Number one, stock market trading, wherever it's done, and let us understand that stocks are being traded. Certainly, the U.S. has its own stock market, but so do other places. There's a stock market in Japan. There's a stock market in China. There's stock markets in Africa, right? So there's stock markets all over the planet in which people can invest in and do. Generally, stock markets are running Monday through Friday, right? They have hours like 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. or 5 p.m. And so these are the general operational hours. So number one, you can only make money in the stock market while the stock market is open. You can only do trading in the stock market while the trading hours are operational. But crypto, on the other hand, is a 24/7 reality, 7 days a week. So that's one of the reasons that people who are investing in crypto markets uh, are doing very well and seeing higher returns than are typically seen in stock market trading. In fact, some of the basic returns, and I'm going to use probably just what could be considered from a decentralized standpoint anyway, a conservative number that looked upon from a centralized or mainstream, I'll call it, kind of investment mechanism in terms of the annual returns, looked at it from a high vantage point. Um, if you were investing in the stock market and you made, something like 25% in a year, that would be phenomenal. That'd be quite astronomical, in fact. But in the crypto markets, you might look at something like 75%, 80%, 100%, 144% in a year. And so this is sort of the variation between those kinds of markets. That's one of the reasons. So one of the reasons that it does produce more is that it's more available to us. Again, the other thing is we have more control over the mechanisms that operate in the decentralized markets. There are large varieties of opportunities. Companies who are giving particular type of opportunities, programs, protocols, platforms, etc., that give us the advent of a potential success and higher returns. So yes, the crypto trading and related things definitely produce more. And this is why we want to get involved. If we are people who are very conscious and want to be responsible in terms of the possibilities of even changing our daily lives, let alone creating wealth and legacy wealth for generations to come, we cannot afford not to be involved in decentralized finance. These are the things that we help clients to understand more readily and get involved in a number of ways. I'm going to go on to this next question now. The next question that was posed, let's see. What are CBDCs? What are CBDCs? Yes. A lot of talk today about CBDCs. So first of all, let's break down this acronym, CBDCs. CBDCs is an acronym for central bank digital currencies. Central bank digital currencies. And there's a lot of conversation about CBDCs. Now, I'm going to kind of give you a vantage point. It's my vantage point. You can certainly, and you should always do your own research, but a lot of what I'm going to say is even stated by the issuers, right? And potential issuers of CBDCs themselves. Now, central bank digital currencies gives us some insight into what we're talking about. Number one, we're talking about central banks, right? And most nation states have a central bank, the bank that controls the money in that particular nation state. And so here in the U.S., the central bank of the U.S. is the Federal Reserve Bank. The Federal Reserve Bank is the central bank here in the United States. And what these CBDCs are, they are digital currencies that the central bank apparatus is bringing on board. They already exist. They already exist in many nation states, and some believe that there are tests going on in the quote unquote third world, if you will, or in smaller countries comparative to some Western nations in terms of economic size, if you will, economic strength, that are test cases for people in the Western world. So, in fact, we know that Nigeria, for example, rolled out CBDCs uh, and attempted to, in fact, employ them in such a way to actually force the population in Nigeria to adapt CBDCs. But there was a pushback from people. One would wonder why, if this is something good for us, why would people push back? Why is there even a pushback here in the United States? In fact, there are particular states of the union that are pushing back on the advent of the development of CBDCs, central bank digital currencies, here in the United States, right? So we see states like Arkansas, we see states like Texas, we see states like Florida pushing back. In fact, their legislatures are now bringing forth laws that are resisting the implementation of CBDCs in their particular states. And one of the reasons for this is the programmable nature of CBDCs. What do I mean? In brief, CBDCs will begin to create the mechanism whereby your money, our money, will be programmable. We will, people, someone, a centralized body, will be able to determine what and when we can buy, how much we can spend, track every movement of it, etc., etc. This is the reality of CBDCs. So what CBDCs are a digital currency controlled by central banking institutions and organizations, in short. Now, family, I want us to be aware of a very special promotion that is ongoing right now until the 8th of August. The 8th of August, for those of you who are interested or want to learn more, you want to get your foot wet, your toe wet, you want to stick it into the water, you want to find out more, you should certainly contact us at customer service at TassetiInc.com, customer service at TassetiInc.com. You want to contact us and get a free, no obligation consultation. Now, on top of that, for those of you who might want to venture into the decentralized world of investment, you want to really see what this is all about, we're offering up until August the 8th. And what this means is you just have to schedule the consultation. You can even have the consultation after August 8th. Okay. You don't have to have the consultation prior to August 8th or on August 8th. You could have the consultation on August 15th, but you have to be scheduled. And of course, you have to show up, right? You have to show up for your consultation. If you do that, you are eligible for this 30-day guarantee. Now, here's the important thing, and the reason why we say it's unprecedented, of course, is because there are no guarantees in the financial world. Like nobody can, you can't go to your stockbroker and say, can you guarantee me that I won't lose any money in the stock market? The answer is no. Nobody can guarantee that. However, we're going to take the risk for you in this limited offer. We're going to take the risk. Why? Because we want you to see the power of decentralized finance. We want you to see the power of decentralized investments. And we have proprietary methodologies in which help us to have greater success. Does this mean that we're always 1000% successful and nothing, we never lose any money ever? No. And nobody who's investing can say that, period. Nobody can say that. But we can say we have greater success than that. We can say we have far more wins than losses. We can say our clients make money. And in fact, our clients say that themselves. So we are so assured ourselves that we're offering this 30-day guarantee, wherein if you come in and invest, and when we'll go over the totality and details of this particular program, and there are other programs, but this is a special. If you come on in and get started, 30 days, 30 days, you're at no risk of loss. You have no risk. There's no risk to you. Your money will not be lost because we're going to cover your money up to $500. We're going to cover you up to $500 of investment and ensure that your money is safe. This is an easy way. It's a no-brainer for you to get started and try things out. The worst possible situation is that you end up making some money in 30 days. You determine, hey, I liked it. It was great, but I don't want to go further. And you just go on your merry way. So don't miss this opportunity, because you might just find out something that is phenomenal and absolutely that you never thought was possible, and that does something very well for you, your family, and so forth. So we're going to wrap it up here today with that. We're going to come back next week with more questions and answers. Definitely feel free, as you watch the broadcast, join us. Come in live with us at 2 p.m. on Saturday. We'll be back again next Saturday. You can reach out to us at www.tasetiinc.com, TASETIINC.com. Definitely reach out to us at customer service at tasetiinc.com and schedule your free consultation. Don't miss out on this guaranteed opportunity, once in a lifetime type of opportunity. This is definitely not something we're going to do a lot of, but we want to do it now because we know there's a lot of fear out there. There's a lot of people who want to get involved. You don't know, you're not sure. This is a way for you to get in with security. All right. Thank you once again for joining us. And don't forget, next week we'll be broadcasting in terms of our YouTube station, from our own YouTube station, Taseti at YouTube. You can find us there. If you have questions and you view this later, definitely feel free to reach out to us with questions at customer service at tasetiinc.com. We thank you for joining us. We thank you for listening to us. Enjoy your Saturday. Keep building, keep growing. A lot going on. We got a lot of information, power pack. Tell your friends and family to join us at Seti Saturdays. Seti Saturdays. Thank you so much. Once again, I am Brother Kamos Muhammad for Seti Inc. Thank you. Peace and blessings.